Heath, Hounds.
Welcome back to Heath, Hounds, episode 31, and today's preview, we've got a pretty big one. We've got 4 Group 1 Boltrease heats to get through, and the 8 Melbourne Cup heats. It's a huge card, it's a huge night of racing tomorrow night at Sandown, so let's get into it. Race 1, you've got box 3, Super Australia. Was super unlucky with the draw last time out in the Group 1 Top Gun Stayers. Also got a little bit lucky with the situation with Zach's Entity. Was able to run a nice placing in that. Here again, drawn box 3, drawn really well. Probably suited here, and I think proves too good here. Untapped from box 6. Led a long way in his 600 metre start, so stepping up in distance, I can only see him leading even more. I think he'll be the likely leader here, but I think he might just run out of juice at the end. Stanley Road from box 4, I think he gives too much early, with the field stacked with early pace. I just think he sits too far back, and also how his confidence is after last week's situation with Zach's Entity. I'm going to go with Super Australia. I think she probably sits behind Untapped early, but I think runs it out stronger and will be a lot fitter than Untapped. Stanley Road just gets too far back for me, so for race 1 I've gone with box 3, Super Australia. Race 2, it's a very good mixture of early pace, but a lot of dogs on the inside can run on well. Highly explosive, drawn nicely in box 1. Been screaming for a rise in difference rise in distance for a long while now. Finally gets it, drawn nicely. Huge danger. I got question marks on how she'll go. I don't know whether she'll look to be a leader early. Whether she'll sit midfield or whether she will sit back. We saw when Enter the Sun stepped up in distance, he sort of sat midfield should I say, and then sort of ran on late in the race. So will be interesting to see how highly explosive goes. Punga Warrior was very good last week, led a long way, was able to break 42 on debut over 700. So we'll have a lot of work to do early. I think run like Justin Bravery gives her the cross. So those two I've got question marks over. Line of Equality will be running on really well late. Been putting in big performances. Has seen Sandown before. Has a decent PB. Broken 42. So with no Miss Esme in this one, makes it harder to pick for me. I think it evens it out. Had Miss Esme get the start, it's probably easy just to say Miss Esme, she's going to lead early. But with her being scratched, I'm going to go with highly explosive. Been screaming for a rise in distance. Probably expect to sit midfield and then run on well for me. So for race 2, I've gone with box 1, highly explosive. Race 3, for me, it's between Nix Bale and Hank the Hustler. Nix Bale got plenty of early speed and such a hard chase, it will hit the line well. Kenny the Brute, been struggling recently, been getting run over the top of. With every run, he just seems to get worse and worse, so maybe he needs to be freshened up, maybe age is catching up with him, maybe all that time off is catching up with him, I'm not sure. Hank the Hustler found trouble last week and just wasn't able to make up any ground, so with that in mind, I've gone with him again this week. I think drawn out wide, he gets a nice card across from Nix Bale, should get a clean run and a huge danger in this one. So for race 3, I've gone with box 8, Hank the Hustler. Race 4, I'm going with I'm Easy Boy. He's got the class edge, runs good times here, and he's going to be your likely leader. In a race where early speed is key, the main danger is probably Who That Diva, running home really well in its past couple of runs. Punga Ruby, lots of questions where she's at. Finished last, obviously beat Zach's Entity and Stanley Road home. Just huge question marks where she's at. it's tough ask to come back come back after weeks off and then just perform in Group 1. So plenty of question marks around her. Gypsy Wyong, is a weird side of dog, steps up to the occasion, will look to probably lead, but I can see getting run down by Who That Diva. So I'm going to go with I'm Easy Boys. I think gets out in the lead at the price he is a bit of value here. And I think he'll be able to lead for a long, long way. Hopefully he can run it out strongly enough and take out race 4. That's all the Baltrice heats done and dusted. Now we get on to the big one, the Melbourne Cup heats. So let's get into it. The first Melbourne Cup heat comes up in race 5, and it's too hard to not go past. Koblenz. Previously I've said he's not the real deal, but he's starting to really put in complete performances. It was only 2.5 lengths off Aston Rupi's run home last week. In what's not such a strong field, I can see him leading early and just taking this race by a storm. And like I said, he's really starting to put performances together, running home well, beginning. It's what you need to be doing, and he's doing it at the right time of the year as well. So he'll be hard to beat here. And as the market says, he's the favourite, so he'll be definitely hard to beat in race 5. Race 6, I'm going with box 8, Tommy Shelby. On paper, his form doesn't look too good, but he's been trialling over at Cannington. He trialled real well. He's in very safe hands with Cal Greeno and Steve Withers, so I'm sure Steve Withers wouldn't be risking him if he wasn't ready. So a lot of things are against him, but he's just the type of dog that will overcome those challenges, and you can't keep a superstar down. So I think he's going to be the one to beat here for sure, even with the wide draw. Aston Lavinia, also like on an each-way basis. Very versatile dog. If can run those low 5s, 5-10 will certainly be around the top and will be a nice little each-way play there. Race 7, going with Hadouken. No matter what's going to lead early. Great record from box 1. Loves it here at Sandown. Matched Aston Rupi to the back last week. Bit worried on the run home, but I can't. If Hadouken's leading Typhoon Sammy, I can't see Typhoon Sammy running home too much quicker than Hadouken. So I think if Hadouken's leading the race, I think wins, and I don't think anyone will be able to get past it. So I'm hoping Hadouken can improve on that run home and hopefully can take out race 7. Race 8, you just cannot go past Aston Rupi here. I'd feel absolutely crook if I didn't. He's been really completing his performances. He's doing everything right, beginning, running home well, and just doing it all. So, it's very hard to go past him. You find ways to try and put him down, but even if Fernando Bluey does begin, you'd expect Aston Rupi to begin, and I think he's the stronger dog here. So for race 8, I've gone with box 3, Aston Rupi. Race 9, I'm going with Hebridean Black. He's drawn out wide, but I think it's where he wants to be. He should get a clear run. Aston Shine, I don't think we'll be able to card across. It was okay last week, but didn't quite replicate that form that he's been in. Arizona Rise has a huge motor, just doesn't begin, unfortunately. And with the inside boxes, I can sort of see a bit of trouble happening. So if Hebridean Black gets that clear run, he matched Aston Rupi's run home time last week. So if he's getting the clear run, I think he's a huge chance here to run over the top of him here in race 9. Race 10, I want to go with Aussie Secret, but my mind says no, go with Web Black Blazer. I think the room that Web Black Blazer gets early, I think it will be too hard to beat. Aussie Secret, he'll probably lead a long way. With Handsome Rhino wanting off the track as well, that probably helps him out a little bit. But I can't see him holding on if Web Black Blazer's at his peak, and we know how much potential and talent Web Black Blazer has. So it's too hard to go past him here. So for race 10, I've gone with box 1, Web Black Blazer. Race 11 to go with McCooley's Lad. I think he gets the card across, and this is what Anthony as a party has always wanted for this dog. It's always been the target race, the Melbourne Cup. It's always been their priority for this dog, and I think he proves too classy for a field like this. Lakeview Walter, drawn perfectly, but unfortunately just doesn't begin. We've seen in his previous runs, his past 5 runs have been from either box 1 or 2, and he hasn't been able to utilise them. He hasn't been beginning, so I think he gives McCooley's Lad too much early, and if he's out running on that arm, he won't be beaten. So for race 11 to go with McCooley's Lad here. Race 12 to round out what will be a stellar night, and a stellar card it is. I'm going with Lala Kiwi. It's too hard to go past. Drawn nicely in box 1. Will be running early. Won't miss the kick, I don't think. And Rebellious drawn out wide is a tough ask when you got Lala Kiwi and the likes of other fast beginners on the inside. And I also like Rickett and Ricky at an each way price. I think he's definitely over the odds here. I think he can certainly run a place. You know, he's got that 600 metre form, so even if he's not beginning, I think he can sort of run on late to run a place. But considering you look at his form, I think he's certainly over the odds here, and he's probably worth a little bit of an each way play there. That's it for Heath Hounds episode 31, Melbourne Cup Heat and Bolt Trees Heats preview.